Amid turbulent transatlantic trade relations sparked by US tariffs on EU steel and aluminium, EU Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker arrived in Washington to try and calm things down. But Juncker, seen here last week signing a new economic agreement with Japan, is not expected to make a specific trade offer as he meets Donald Trump.
I think Trump isn't actually looking to make a deal. I think he's just enjoying increasing the uncertainty in the hope that it brings jobs back specifically for his constituents and those people he promised would see jobs in the future. But hopefully it could lead to the conversation between the EU and the US, sort of the heat being taken out of it slightly, and perhaps a de-escalation. But yeah, as I said, I'm not very optimistic.
This as Trump threatens to extend tariffs to European cars. The president's repeatedly slammed the EU, highlighting higher duties on vehicle imports and describing the bloc as a foe in trade. And ahead of Juncker's arrival, Trump's been in full Made in America mode, flaunting US-made products. He said again that Washington will no longer put up with bad trade deals.
That's not free trade, that's fool's trade, that's stupid trade. And we don't do that kind of trade anymore.
Meanwhile, the other Donald, the EU Council's Donald Tusk, has also been vocal, taking to social media, including words to reassure America and the EU are best friends, he says. And all the talk of foes is fake news. But for businesses caught up in the trade spat, there's lots at stake.
Trade relations are not good. We're not in a good place with the whole external environment. So I think this really shows that if this is a good meeting, that we can again move on to a positive track. There's not significant impact yet, enough to have a change, to force change. No pain, no change. However, we are extremely concerned about the threat of automotive tariffs. That will have huge impacts. And there we are already seeing an impact before they've even been introduced.
Hitting back at America, the EU's already imposed its own import tariffs on US products, from motorbikes to bourbon, and is planning more if Trump hits European cars too.
If you were sat in front of Donald Trump this week in Washington, what would you say to him?
I'd say, President Trump, we're allies. We've been allies for 70 years. We need each other. We're strong economies, and the US does well if Europe does well.
But with Trump expecting Juncker to come to Washington with a significant offer and Brussels saying that won't happen, the outcome of this meeting is too tricky to call.